number 1 in Division III non-select. So battle between a couple of really battle-tested teams. Rosepine is going to be one that we want to take a look at tonight. Jumping center Kelly Norris and Alexis Dyer, the LSU A commit. Now we can say that. Glad to have what she's doing there, and we're off, and here we go. Try to keep the scoreboard up for you like we did last time, but the Lady Eagles of Rosepine come up, and there's Jowers that we saw. Jody was all over the place in that last game. Swung around to the far side is Christina Green. Back up top, Christina was probably the most active on that game in that loss to South Bow 2 games ago for them. Last broadcast that we have, over into the corner is Green, trying to work inside to Dyer. Dyer was double teamed a lot. There's Jowers, and she fires that one off back iron, but Duce able to run it down and pull that one in. Long distance 3 again, no good. Duce with the rebound inside, goes up and unable to get that one to fall. But there's Green able to pull that down. Lainey Johnson, who had the layup that tied things to send it to overtime a week ago, gets that one back in and saves it. Back around the top we go. Lainey thinks about 3, head fake, and Rivera knocks it off of her leg and out of bounds. That is Nevia Rivera. Rosepine Lady Eagles come to you from that Vernon Parish area, and just as solid as a ball team as you'll find. There's a dish inside, now kicked back out to the top of the key, and Frugier works it back to Rivera, and around go the Eagles. Long distance 3, that'd have been from NBA, if you will. Duce able to pull that rebound down and gets it out front to Christina. Now Dyer and swung around. Laney's going to try her hand at a 3. It bounces around, and that goal unkind. Dyer, though, gets the steal. Gets it back, puts it up, and we've got the first basket, and that is Alexis Dyer.
And that puts the first 2 points on your Wallace Associate scoreboard.
It does, and may have to reset it in here already as it's not adjusting. We'll do that when he gets to the timeout. Keep it on here. Missed shot is up. Jowers pulls that one down. Jowers has been very active early on. Riley Duce is going to try her hand at 3 and misses everything. Lady Eagles come out of that, and they're off and running 2-0 early in this one, and we are tied at 2 apiece. First basket for Rosepine comes at the hands of Frugier, and Frugier jumps into the passing lane, steals that one. She's going to try to go coast to coast. Good work by Duce to get back and stop that. We're knotted at 2, and we will try to get that refreshed so that the scoreboard is up and working. There's a long distance 3 from Rivera. Again, side iron, pulls that one down and kicks back out. A long offensive rebound for Rosepine. Boy, 2 heavyweights just feeling each other out in this one. Inside to Rivera. She's going to go up, and that's going to give Rosepine their first lead of the day at 4-2. Inside to Dyer, but she's way out of her comfort zone. Tries to go up and get that one. Going to be a held ball, and it will stay with the Lady Rams of Oak Hill.
Out to the top of the woods. That's 15 for 3 and misses that one off the mark.
Scoreboard not working at the moment and refreshes. So we'll get that worked out for you. 4-2 on the miss by Oak Hill. And off and going is Rivera. She swings it into the corner to Norris, or to the wing. Norris now goes to the basket, but there's that foul that's going to be picked up on Laney. Laney is whistled for the first personal foul, and that will send Lady Eagles to the line. Number 10 is Kelly Norris will go and shoot her. Don't forget, coming up, we'll have our Southern Area Cool Play of the Game. It'll be loaded in sometime tonight, we do believe, but we'll announce our Quibitos Player of the Week tonight as well. Shot is up, and it's good. Coverage of these teams, home and away, so it doesn't necessarily have to be an Oak Hill team or a home team, if you will, that we're covering. Free throws by Norris are both up and good. 6-2. We know the scoreboard is not working, and we'll get that corrected. So 4:52 and counting. We'll keep you up to date on the scores as we go along. Looks like the good old days of radio, and then in between timeouts, we'll get that corrected for you. Duce swing pass over to Christina Green. She's got it back up top to Dyer. Into the corner. Jowers will pull that one Now thought she'd have it. Boy, Rivera just quick hand jumps into the passing lane and gets that one. She'll go up, and there's a good block by Christina Green. Defenses of both of these squads just really get after each other. Green was going to the basket. There's going to be the first foul whistled. It will be on 31. That is Nevaeh Rivera. Picks up her first personal foul, and certainly fast-paced in this contest. As we knew it would be, 6-2 early lead for Rosepine. There's a shot from the corner. It's up, and it's money. That's good to see Jody Jowers get on track early in this one. She gets the first three of the game. Trying to answer back the other way, doesn't go. Rivera pulls a rebound down. Look, it bounced off that side rim. And out of there, working things back to the top, go the Lady Eagles. Rivera thought about it. Instead, she'll pull that one down, head to the basket. Nothing there. And Jowers pulls down another rebound. Boy, if you can get her going offensively with the way she plays defense, kicks it out. It's Laney for three. Doesn't get it to go. Long rebound. See if they can catch it. Looked like it went off the hands of Rosepine. Official on one side had it one way and the other, and the one on this side wins out. 3:31 in a very rapidly moving first period of play. Here from Oak Hill. Jowers from the other corner fires that one away, and Jody Jowers really bringing it offensively tonight. This afternoon, if you will, this Saturday here in January 2024. Hard to believe Alexis Dyer is going to be whistled for the foul, and that will send, looks like Rivera to the line to shoot two, and 3:10 to go. This one knotted at, or correction, 8-7. Trying to get it there. Checking in for the first time that we've seen Braylee Cetus. Cetus will come into the game tonight. You see Coach West giving a little bit of instruction there to Johnson. Bounces off the front iron, rolls down, and I guess I announcer jinxed that one, saying that it was tied. No, 8-7. We go here, Wallace High Associates scoreboard. Foul is going to be whistled on number 15. That's Amaya Shire. She's in there, picks up her first personal foul. And Green will trigger from the near side into Cetus. Doug Gann, Chuck Perkins, 446 Sports bringing you this one. A lot of action all January long as we get this one going off. Boy, the year jump started quickly. Couldn't do it without the sponsors. You see Jowers firing another one, and she's money from the corner. Three ball, corner pocket, Jody Jowers. She's got three here in the first period. 3 in a row for her. She is. And that's why that last game when we were here, boy, Cetus doing her work inside. And this Oak Hill Lady Rams team says, you know what, we've heard enough about 0-2 against Rosepine. 11-7, Jowers, that one is blocked. And looked like it was just a block and not a foul.
Hot shot in the corner there.
Jowers from the top of the key, didn't find it there, but she was firing away at 11-7 as Johnson brings the rebound down, trying to get it back to the hot hand, and Jowers. And the junior forward passes that one away. Probably do say the guard has it now, and she'll work it inside to Cetus, who was quickly covered up. Laney thought about the three and passed it. Might should have fired that one up. They get back to the corner to Jowers. Jowers says, you know what, if you're going to come out and block me, I'll go to the basket. And she is just playing as tough as we've seen her this year. 21, Kalia Blankenbaker. If I didn't butcher that one, whistled for the foul. That's the third team foul. That will send Jowers to the line to shoot two. First one from Jowers, back iron and rolls around. Tempo a little hectic there for our cameraman.
It's a bit more, yeah.
Told Nick that he thought Ash played fast. These ladies really get after it. There's a held ball inside. And stealing the possession arrow away is Riley Ducey. Checking back in as Dyer for Johnson. We say that because it was the ball, it was Rosepine's ball anyway. And a turnover on the other end or a held ball would have turned it over to Rosepine. Oak Hill goes in there and steals that one away. 11-7. Over into the corner. Good pressure not necessarily that press that we see, but that zone is working, daring Rosepine to shoot over the top of it. Working it inside, good head fake there. Little Euro step, but Dyer with the block rejects Norris. Kick it back inside. Norris says she'll try it back again. Norris has 4, and it is 11-9, and 1:16 to go here. George calling for it in the corner was Jowers. Lob inside is to Dyer. She's blocked there, and that is Norris who comes out of there with it. But there's that pressure we talked about from Oak Hill, and they'll come right back. Green over to Duce, who will try the 3 this time. Really didn't look good from the launch of that one. Little too off on there. They've played a lot of basketball in the last few days. You wonder if that will have something to do with it. But you know that Coach West has this team fired up and ready for any battle. This Rosepine team is just that team, though. 40 seconds to go here in the first. Long range 3, and that one, boy, that's from the college side out. And Rosepine back in the lead, 12-11, just under 27 seconds. An errant pass, nearly a turnover, but Oak Hill able to do it. This Rosepine defense matches up in a man-to-man defense. Inside to Dyer, she spins, ducks underneath, and is going to be fouled prior to the shot. They'll call that on 21. That's Kalia Blankenbaker, and she picks up her second. That's the 4th foul, and they will get Rivera back into the game for Blankenbaker. 13.7 on the clock. That's Jowers, little head fake. She's going to try to get into the basket, but falls, and looks like she fell on the basketball there. That stomach area got.
Kept that wing on it.
Quickly, they'll get Lainey Johnson up, and she'll swap places with Jowers. Jowers, you know, won't be on the bench very long. She is just tough as nails, and will be back in there. She leads all scorers with 9 early in this one. 9 of the Rams' 11 points have come beyond the arc. Lainey's going to have her shot at it as time winds down. Front iron doesn't get to go, and the rebound is pulled out of there by Norris. She quickly gets it to Rivera, who heaves it. Count if it goes, and it does not. We're at the end of 1. Where it's 12-11 Rosepine. We're going to take a quick break and see if we can't get that scoreboard working.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Back to live action we go here. Scoreboard issues plague us just a little bit. It is 12-11 here. Unable to get that back up at the break, but we'll still continue to work on that throughout. Rosepine brings it in. It may be halftime before we get it, but we'll keep you. 3 ball from the corner is Norris. That one's up, and it's no good. Rebound controlled out by Jowers. Jody is having a great game. She gets it inside to Christina. Christina, solid first half last week against South Bow. Now over into the corner, going to the basket. The little running one-hander is up, and it is good for Jowers as she gets her first 2. And Oak Hill back in the lead, 13-12. 13-12. Oak Hill leads this one early in the second quarter. That one unable to get up and down. That was Rivera, had a shot at it, but here's the pressure. It's going to be whistled for the foul. 31 is going to pick that up. That is Rivera. She picks up her second personal foul. So a little bit of foul trouble in early for this Rosepine team as they've got a couple of starters with 2 fouls. Nobody in real foul trouble for Oak Hill. if you're Oak Hill, you'd like to go in there and maybe get one of those with 3 fouls before you get to halftime. Maybe get them out of the game, cause a struggle. Rosepine to go sit back and play a little bit of defense, and those girls are very smart. Norris trying to get to the basket, but Dyer forces a held ball, and that's going to be a turnover, and it will go back to Oak Hill. Briley Ducey, the junior point guard, brings things up, and she's picked up right at midcourt by Shire. Green now over into the corner, really unable to hang on to it, but does come out with it, does Jowers, and now they swing it back around the same way, working it inside to Dyer, but she quickly in and outs that one. Green trying to get her teammates moving without the ball. Now she gets it back. Boy, they are on these ladies like a glove. Dyer will try her hand from 3. That bounces front iron, rolls around and out of there. Norris tries to get it quickly down the field, the court to Rivera, and does. Rivera up, misses that one, gets the rebound. They're going to whistle the foul on Ducey, we believe, and she does. Briley picks up her first, 13-12. Oak Hill leads this one, 6:21 to go until halftime. Scoreboard issues there, but we will get that worked out right there at halftime. Checking in for the first time today is Marley Jones. We'll see her in just a moment. Rivera puts this one up, and it is good. We're going to leave that one muted. 6:20 and counting, 14-13. Rosepine has the lead following that 2-point basket. A little backdoor pass to Green. Now outside to Johnson. Will try her hand from downtown, misses that one. Out of bounds on Norris, and it will stay Oak Hill basketball. Oak Hill trails this one 14-13. 6:07, 19-7 for the Lady Rams, trying to get to the 20-win plateau here in early January. And if you're going to get to the 20-win, you don't mind doing it there in early January. It just shows they've played a lot of basketball games. They've got a lot coming up. Here, they'll play the 11th, and then 13th through the 15th before they're back in there. So a lot of basketball. They will head down to Baton Rouge to play in that MLK Classic. A lot of basketball, and hopefully we have the list of the teams that are playing in there. Green gets a hand on it. Spun around, going through the hands of Haley Cowcoat, who is fresh into the game. Norris launches from long range and doesn't get that to fall. Dyer pulls the board down, and off and running is Green. She'll turn in. Good work defensively. They're going to call a travel, but to attribute that to Addison Frugier for stepping up and playing defense there. 14-13, 5.5 to go here in the first half. Rosepine with the lead, trying to extend it on that 3, doesn't go. But just following their shot was Amaya, who does exactly what you want to do if you're a three-pointer. It kind of caught Oak Hill standing flat-footed, not chasing the rebound. Back up top and spun around. Rosepine very methodical with that offense when they get the opportunity. They don't mind working around for an open shot, and that Oak Hill defense making it difficult. Both coaches very proud of the way their teams are playing. There's a running one-hander. No good. Jowers pulls that one down, and she's been pretty solid on both ends of the floor. Has to chunk this one all the way across to Christina, who has, good move there. Green's going to go to the basket, and she will get her first basket of the game and get Oak Hill back in the lead, 15-14. Spinning, work it inside. There's a long-range 3. It's up, and it's no good from Amaya. Rebound pulled down by who else? Jody Jowers. The junior is just having herself a game today. 4:46 to go in the first half. Good head fake by Johnson. She goes to the basket, but the collapsing defense is there, and Christina Green unable to get in there and do it. We'll see some subs come in. It is Rivera that's making her way back in. Blankenbaker comes back in, and Braylee Cetus returns for Oak Hill. She'll swap places with Johnson. 4:19 left until halftime. Halfway home in the second. 15-14. Oak Hill has the lead. Top to Norris, and now spun around. Long distance from out where the Rams logo is in. Had a good shot at it, but unable to get that to fall. But I'm telling you, the range from that young lady, Frugier, there's one inside, unable to get it to go. And it's pulled out of there. Rebound, nice one by Ducey. Quickly head up, makes her way down the floor. She's going to kick that one out to Cetus, spun around. Back inside to Dyer. She's not been able to get off and going. Boy, teams collapse on her so much. There's Cetus from the top of the key, unable to get it. Duce saves it, but into the waiting arms of Kelly Norris for Rosepine, who goes back over the top. And Rosepine very adept at beating that press as they look to get down the floor quickly and don't take their time getting up. Rivera for three. Back iron bounces out. No good. Out of bounds on Jowers, but a great job of not giving up an easy basket as she hustles into the rebound. 3:22 remaining until halftime. Oak Hill 15, Rosepine 14. Very low scoring game. Both these squads unable to really get going offensively, but attribute that to defense. And that's the two-pointer that will get Rosepine back in the lead. Give that to Kelly Norris. She's got 6. 30-second timeout on the floor. We'll leave it right here. Back to work we go here following that 30-second timeout. 16-15, Rosepine in the lead. Doing some work on our scoreboard trying to get it going. And it's Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard tells us we'll do it manually. 16-15, Rosepine has the lead. It was a two-pointer right before the timeout by Kelly Norris. She's got 6 to lead the way for Rosepine. Inside to Dyer, unable to finish that one. And that was just a beautiful pass and an entry to Dyer, but she was unable to finish that from point blank. 2:43 and counting until halftime. Kicked outside to Frugier. She's whistled for the double dribble. Looked like the pressure getting to both squads here. This is very low scoring, 16-15. The three balls by Jody Jowers in the first period. The difference here is what kept Oak Hill in this one. Over to Dyer and now back up top. Jowers will try her hand from 3 and looked like it was blocked. They'll call that a tip and it will stay down here with Oak Hill. And that's what caused that shot. And that'll get Oak Hill back down under the basket. And that's what we saw up here. We had the block on there, and that's what altered that shot the way that it did. Now, it's what plagued Oak Hill getting the ball in against South Bow, caused some chaos, didn't let them get a shot off there at the end of that overtime game a week ago. And going to be whistled for traveling is Christina Green. So these officials are right on top of everything. Saul, it's amazing how the differences are when you have different sets of what they watch. We've seen more traveling called this time. We didn't see as many fouls called in the last game. So different groups call it different ways. You just get used to it and you play whichever way that it is. But great work out here by this officiating crew. 2 minutes to go. Rosepine 16-15. They lead until halftime. There's a steal by Jowers, and we're having to watch that left side as she's got that player from Rosepine coming up right on her left side. Calcote was hustling down the floor, but good work by Jody Jowers to hop in and get that steal. 151 and counting. Rosepine up 16-15 until that 2-point basket from Dyer. Dyer gets her second basket. She's got 4 quickly down the floor, and a turnover is whistled. So 1:43 to go, and you'll get Rivera and Blankenbaker back in for Rosepine. 1:43 remaining until halftime. 17-16. Oak Hill leads this one. Duce will slow things down a little bit. You see Cetus has made her way back into the game. Haven't seen Cassie LaCaz in this one. Normally she's made some time in this. We're not sure what's going on there. Trying to get the ball inside the green, but stepping in the passing lane is Blankenbaker, and she'll turn that over. And now going back the other way, and Lainey Johnson will check in, and she'll swap places on the floor with Cetus. Good crowd out here on a Saturday afternoon. Oak Hill fans adorn the stands across from us. Not a lot made it over from Rosepine. They're watching back home, we believe. There's Dyer from the corner, airs that one out, and just not finding the range from beyond the arc today, save for Jody Jowers. There's Rivera, who fires up an open 3 back iron, and I don't know if it's the cold in this gym that's that's contracted the rim a little bit, but we're under a minute. And it's 17-16. Green fires this one up. Called backboard, didn't get it. Tap back rebound from Dyer goes over to Rosepine, and they've got it in the front court ready to go to work. There's a three from Norris. It's up and it's no good. And just this, the shot's not falling for these two teams. Coming up from the backside, and boy, what is normally what you see Oak Hill do, that's what Rosepine's doing. They're going to call a block on Jowers, and Coach West adamantly unhappy with that because Jowers was sitting there waiting for 2 or 3 dribbles before it got there. A couple of subs getting ready to check in. That is Marley Jones and Calcote set to check back in. 2 personal fouls. Only 2 fouls whistled in this entire quarter, both of them on Oak Hill. So no danger of anyone shooting. 32 seconds to go at 17-16 in the first half. Down under 30, now 25 seconds. Oak Hill leads at 17-16, nearing the break, 21 seconds. That shot off and no good. And Norris looking around, who leads the way for Rosepine. She's got 6 points on the day. Under 15, slowly walking it up. But Maya's not going to let some time run off without getting. There's Jowers from the corner. She's had the hot hand. This time, no good there. And 4.5 ticks of the clock remain as the 2 subs that we mentioned earlier make their way back in for Rosepine. 4.5 seconds. You can afford to give up a foul. You don't really want to take one. Rivera launches one at the buzzer, doesn't go. And here at halftime, it is 17 Oak Hill, Rosepine 16. We'll get some things, get the Gremlins out of the scoreboard and get that worked out, and we'll see you back here in about 10 minutes.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
Time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. It's hot out there, and we want to cool you down with some great savings on your new AC unit. Right now, you could save on a new energy-saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Plus a 10-year parts and labor warranty. Just need a repair? We got you covered too, with $50 off any repair backed by a 2-year parts and labor warranty. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
Back to action when you go, and looky there, we do have the scoreboard back up and going. Had a little dug up that happened there, and all is well. So good to go here. You saw that Quibido's commercial that was on there. I was able to go out to lunch Friday out at Quibido's and enjoyed their Kushan burger is what they call it. That's a burger in theory only because it's in between two hamburger buns.
Okay.
It's a fried or grilled, but again, why would you have it grilled when you can have it fried? Fried pork chop sandwich is what it was, hence the rouge. And when I'm telling you, and I try to deliver on what I think is the best value for your money. Because what does it cost you to go to one of those fast food restaurants and get a burger meal? $10, $11?
Easily.
Okay, for $10, you get this burger and fries. You get the fried pork chop burger and a big old can of fries, not the regular fries that you'd see in the fast food side of it.
Those are those big, thick, kind of slightly curled fries.
And they curl.
They're phenomenal.
I encourage you, if you can go and find a better $10 meal than that,
Wow.
you go there and get it. But go buy lunch, and it's on the regular menu. That's not just a lunch menu. And Chuck was out there with Tioga a lot during the year, then probably may have had one of those. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Go ahead.
But flip the menu over into the burger section and get the Kushan burger. And you're welcome for that one already.
I'm definitely going to go try that one because I did not see that one when I was looking at burgers. But one of the things about fried pork chop sandwich, Daddy used to do that whenever working in his shop. And that was the treat of all treats.
And it's the traditional bone-in, too.
Yes.
It's like the good New Orleans flair to it with that bone-in. We're back to action going here. Rosepine has the ball coming out of the break. Oak Hill up 17-16. Long-range three trying to end that, but it doesn't happen. And Jody Jowers, the junior guard, your forward, has just been in the middle of the mix from the opening tip. Duce trying to go in there. Green looks to follow, unable to do that. Tries to get a hand and get the rebound and doesn't. Great hospitality, the folks at Oak Hill out here welcoming us, had a table ready for us, and French fries and a Dr. Pepper. So thank you to those folks here with their hospitality. Going to the basket is Frugier, and she will get Rosepine the first lead of the second half for them. Duce now, she goes to the basket, bounces around. And boy, Oak Hill has been unable to finish on some shots that normally they will put down, and we'll see if that doesn't come back to get them here. Went through a good stretch against South Bow where they were unable to get the ball in the basket, and that caused them to lose a 12-point lead. There's a three ball from the corner. It's up, and it's good. That is Kelly Norris that gets that one to fall. And now quickly a 4-point lead after a 1-point lead going into the break. They trail by 4, does Oak Hill. Green over in the corner against that good defense. Dyer works it. A backdoor give and go, but Duce puts that up off of the rim. And what was, again, a point-blank miss for this Lady Ram Ball Club. Just a step out of sorts, it seems like, this afternoon, and Rosepine will do that to you. Rosepine will put anybody out of sorts. They come in as the non-select Division III. There's a long-range three. Speaking of that, fired up, nobody has it. Rebound controlled by Dyer as everybody had really turned and went back the other way. And there's a turnover from the Lady Rams. Behind the back work from Frugier and gets it into the corner to Rivera. Thought about the three. Instead, head fakes and comes back over to the near side. It's a good defensive pressure by Oak Hill. Three ball from the corner up, bounces around. Jowers controls and pulls that board down. Out front to Duce, and looking for a productive trip down. That one bounces around. Now out to Johnson. Johnson fires the three and misses there. Long rebound, running rebound controlled by Rivera, and she'll try to go coast to coast, and she does. Rivera gets that basket to fall. Now she's got 5, and this lead has extended to 6 off the back. And just, I'm telling you, out of sorts. And boy, Coach West may have been listening to the broadcast, because she is indeed fired up regarding the first 3 minutes of this one. It is a 30-second timeout. It has been all in a game that was 17-16. There you see what's going on inside the huddle there with Oak Hill. And boy, just Saturday afternoon, I don't know, attention might not be there. I will tell you, these ladies have played a lot of basketball, but Coach West is not one that has ever challenged her player to do anything that she didn't do as a player in her time. She is probably one of the most fired up and high-spirited coaches that you'll find. Matches that with that bling either on the shirt or the jacket. And she does have a little Mardi Gras going on today, but she is only concerned about her young ladies waking up and getting going. 23-17. We told you here, 4:46 to go in the third. A lot of basketball to go in this one, and just a couple of scores down. 6 points the deficit here for Oak Hill. Rosepine gets it inside to Norris, who decides to kick it back out. Green right in her pocket. Rivera, I don't think that was more of a half-hearted fake at the three. Spun around to the near side, now back up to the top. That zone defense that Oak Hill is in does cause Rosepine some havoc when they get in their half-court set offense. They do better running the floor. There's a wide open one, though, and shooting over the zone is Shire, who gets her first basket. And, well, this thing has ballooned up to 9 points early on. Usay over to Dyer, and this has been a 10-0 run to start things off here in the second half for Rosepine. And Oak Hill just can't buy a bucket. Had some wide open looks over into the corner. Jowers head fake now and goes to the basket. Finally gets the drought to end. That's the first basket for Oak Hill in the second half, and it leads back to 8 for Rosepine. Rosepine Lady Eagles, again, ranked number 1 in Select Division 3, non-select rather. Content to work around until they get a good shot. Jumping in is Laney Johnson. Have to fall back and get some help defensively. Boys spun around. There's a long three that's up, and it's no good by Frugier. Will go out of bounds underneath the state championship appearance banner that's right below that scoreboard to the right side of the gym as we're looking. Left is a lot of the fans sit. We go back the other way, 26-19, 7-point lead for Rosepine. The Lady Eagles really solid. Going to the basket is Ducey, and finally gets that one to fall. And some of these shots that Oak Hill was missing in the first stretch before they were implored to wake up, they have done just that and came back and got this lead to 5. So they've trimmed it off. There's a long three, front iron, misses there. Rebound kicked back into the back court, but it was tipped. So Rosepine able to reset with no error on there. Taking a look out in the crowd, Sheriff Mark Wood in the house tonight. He always comes out and supports the Rams and Lady Rams. So good to see Sheriff Mark Wood out in the stands. Good job, Ducey, jumping into the passing lane. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by Norris. 2:29 to go here in the third. In a started out 10-0 run for Rosepine. Now the last 4 points have been scored by Oak Hill. Inside, oh, good pass into Jowers. Ducey, give her the assist into Jowers. Jowers has 4 here in the third. She's got 15 thus far, and it's back to a 3-point lead, 1 possession. So good work following the timeout, and I got to say, Coach West really got the attention of that squad when she had a couple of words for them, and they were both wake up. Long range three up and no good. Jowers controls another board, but turns it over underneath. Frugier's got that one. Correction, Norris out there, and Jowers goes down and just muscles her way into this one. I'm telling you what, there's not anybody playing a better game, and there's Laney Johnson that gets this down to a 1-point game. That's the first 2 that I have for Johnson, 26-25. Going to whistle Green with the foul. Christina Green picks up her first, so no real damage there. 26-25, an 8-0 run here following that 10-0 start. There's an off-balance shot. Dyer pulls that one down. Hope to talk to the LSUA commit following this ball game, and Coach West as well. Laney Johnson looking for the lead, fires that up, and it's no good. Rivera pulls that one down and goes the other way. 119 in this one. Frugier thought about the 3. Now she hops Euro steps, bounces around, kicks it out for a 3, and that's a long-range bomb from Blankenbaker, who gets that one to fall. The Rosepine center extends the lead to 4, 29-25, 1:09 to go in this one. You get a good look in at our sheriff here in Rapides Parish. There's Mark Wood. Great to see him out and look just as good a supporter as high school sports as you'll find. But Sheriff Mark Wood on the camera over there, and always great to see our sheriff in the house. 29-25. Rosepine leads this one, and what better way to spend your Saturday afternoon than watching high school sports, getting our best attempt to fall in line and help out and help the folks there at LGR. They cover a lot of girls basketball, and we're going to do the same. He's got a great little slogan, Our Girls Hoop. And a lot of girls basketball tournaments coming up over the MLK weekend. 1 minute to go here, 1 minute remaining in the third. There's a long range three from the corner, misses everything. Jowers was on fire in the first, couldn't miss, and now she can't find the range here in the third from beyond the arc. Has a couple of baskets, though. She leads everybody with 15, working inside with 44 seconds. Spin move coming in. Just going to see who they want to call that on. It's Jowers or it's Dyer. They'll call it on Jowers, and that's what I have as her first personal foul again. Boy, what a difference. We saw 3 team fouls for Oak Hill in the second and none for Rosepine, and we've seen, since we talked about the foul trouble that they had gotten into, there really wasn't any more, but that first one is up and in by Norris. Norris gets the basket there, and she leads everyone from Rosepine. A couple of baskets there, 31-25. Oak Hill expended a lot of energy getting this thing back in, but they got it back from that 10-point deficit. Laney's got a wide open one and pulls it down as that defense just gets out, saying that ball was tipped. Christina trying to get in there, but it is Frugier who comes out with it. 25 seconds to go. Rosepine will see if they hold for the last shot. They don't. They get it over to Blankenbaker, and she fires up a three. That ball is saved around. Going to stay with Rosepine as there's 14 ticks remaining here in the third. Back to the top, now spun around. 7 and 6 inside, and I think Blankenbaker got lost in there. She's got 5, and that's back to now a 33-25, so an 8-point lead. Oak Hill had it to a basket. We're going to take a 30-second timeout, and we will be back to fourth quarter action coming up when we come back.
There are some things in life you can fix, and some things are better left to the professionals. When your vehicle has transmission problems, what will you do? Go where you know.
Go where you know, Certified Transmission.
Back to action here at Oak Hill. We are in between third and fourth periods here, and what an event! It was 16 points, so that 17-point quarter for Rosepine when they had only scored 16 in the first, but really were hitting some of those shots. 8 points outscored them 17-8, did they? So went from a 1-point deficit to this 8-point lead and run it up to 10. Oak Hill climbed all the way back following that very spirited timeout from head coach Casey West. But Coach Kiley and that Rosepine group just really get after you. Indeed they do. You look at the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard on your screen, shows you the fourth quarter, and it is 33-25. The visitors from Rosepine. Oak Hill has the ball coming out of it. Glad to bring you girls basketball throughout the year. We're going to cover a lot of softball. Jowers from the corner misses everything again, and just this end has not been kind to the young junior forward from Oak Hill. Head fake there and working the ball inside to Norris. Norris just muzzles her way in, but Jowers there to pull down the miss. And Duce looks ahead. She has great court vision, gets her head up the entire way and looks at what's going on down the floor. Gets it back now and will try to make something out of this defense. Johnson was open. Think they're going to have to get some of those shots off. Dyer is going to be fouled on the floor, so no free throw shooting here. They're going to whistle that, and that's one thing that you see. Calcote will be whistled. Haley Calcote whistled for the foul, the sophomore guard. Dyer, just a hand in her face, and had to adjust to shoot that one and unable to get that to fall. McKelly Norris has led the way for this Rosepine team. She's been solid. The work of Blankenbaker as well has been there. She's got it. Now back up top. Well, good ball movement by this. Just throwing the ball over the zone. You're going to wonder if Oak Hill's going to have to get out of that zone and come with a man to maybe put some pressure on and get them out of there. Because right now, Rosepine content just to throw the ball around. And they do extend just a little bit and kind of morph over into that man now. Kind of a hybrid, if you will. Back up top now and coming to put the pressure on is Duce. And now they'll drop back into that man that we talked about. We heard the call from Coach West, and they do drop over into, or they do come out into a man. Just Rosepine able to hang on to the ball. You know, with no shot clock, you can just hang and play offense as long as you want to. You've got an 8-point lead, trying to work the ball inside, and it does, and that shot is up, and it's good. Addison Frugier adds another one. Back to a 10-point lead. Over in the corner is Johnson, and threes are going to have to start falling, and they don't. No second shots for Oak Hill, and held to just 25 points now through 3.5 quarters of play. Boy, looking at a three and missed, and didn't take the opportunity at it. A three would be a dagger at this point. Going into the basket, the dump off to Norris. Norris is going to be fouled by Jowers, and Norris will go to the line, and they will whistle Jody for the foul. Largest lead of the day sees Braylee Cetus come back in. She'll swap places with Dyer. 5:28 to go, 12-point lead. That one bounces around and no good. Out of there. A lot of basketball to go here, but no more one-and-done trips. There's Jowers from the corner, bangs that one off. Green gets the rebound, kicks it out. Johnson thought about the three. Now she will go to the basket. And not a lot of fouls being called on either end really here. Timeout's called as Coach Kiley asks for a full timeout. We'll take it with him and be right back. You're watching Girls Sports, Girls Basketball on 446 Sports.
There are some things in life you can fix, and some things are better left to the professionals. When your vehicle has transmission problems, what will you do? Go where you know.
Go where you know, Certified Transmission.
Back to Oak Hill we go. You saw that from BU Designs. Learn how your school, your team, your function can make $10 an item they sell and get a really good item out of the deal. Look for the fundraising options from BU Designs. Here, follow them on Facebook, BU Designs by Melissa Gann. Work inside. There's Dyer with the steal, and really physical play as Oak Hill's going to have to get that way. They trail by 12, and a timeout is whistled here by Coach West, and we'll keep it here and look at this one. 30-second timeout, so we'll save it here. 4:46 remaining in the third. You're in the fourth, correction. We are at crunch time. A minute or just 15, 20 seconds off on that possession is all that it was. Oak Hill able to get the ball back without giving up a shot. But, you know, we saw it hurt them in that game against South Bow, the three-pointers not falling. And have only had three, and off to a big start when Oak Hill had this lead. Jowers had hit 9 points, had 3 3-pointers in the first. Just not a lot of offensive output as indicated by the score being only 25 points, but it's that Rosepine defense is just so solid. There goes Jody. She adds to her total. She's got 16 now, and Oak Hill gets it to 10. And hustling down the other way is Duce. You'll see that full, intense pressure from Oak Hill the rest of the way. There's Rivera back into the game. She'll go. Laney is going to be whistled for the foul. Rivera makes the basket, and she'll go to the line to shoot one. That is the second personal foul on Laney Johnson. Shot no good. Green able to fall or get that easy rebound. And Rosepine just back in defense, didn't want to run out. There's Dyer, shoots the mid-range jumper, no good. Jowers able to pull it down, but she dribbles it on the baseline as that was just good hustle play anyway. Boy, you're looking over a couple of players on there. Nevaeh Rivera, there's a turnover by Dyer. Dyer's going to try to drop step and go to the basket. She will draw the foul on Blankenbaker. That's her third. And Dyer will go to the line to shoot 2. Just 4 points in this game. But I'm telling you, Rosepine, very deserving of that number 1 ranking that they have. First shot from Dyer. No good there. And just out of sorts, not normally the spirited team that we see. They play it in spurts, but not that up and down. You wonder if something from playing Rosepine is getting at Jowers looking for 3. From that end, bounces out front where we are and quickly going the other way. Is Rosepine, 39-27. Foul's going to be whistled on Dyer, and that is her second personal foul. You're going to see some fouls that start to line up because the only way that you're going to get back in this one is scoring some with the clock, being able to stop the clock. And until you get Rosepine in the bonus, there's Jowers. She's going to be whistled for a foul. That's going to be her third. And again, now they've got her shooting 2 is Rivera. And Rosepine will be shooting the rest of the way as the next foul puts them in the bonus. Front misses. Coming in for the shooter is Calcote. Haley Calcote will make her way in as soon as Rivera shoots this free throw. Gets it to fall, and Rosepine hits 40, and now the lead is 13. Not out of it if you're Oak Hill, but with the pressure that Rosepine, the Lady Eagles, put on you, boy, are they a good, well-coached team. This Rosepine Lady Eagles team. Over the top to Laney. Laney in the corner to Jowers. Was hot early on, but has not been since from beyond the arc. Dyer gets that board, goes up, misses, and well, you count up the point-blank misses for this Oak Hill team. There's Ducey from long range. She gets that one to go. 40-30. Riley Ducey now 5 points, all of which come in the second half. Going the other way, thought about the long one, but again, Rosepine content to chew some clock until that corner 3. Boy, they follow their rebound as good as anybody. That's going to send that young lady, Amaya Shire, to the line. Foul is whistled on Jowers, and she's got 4 personal fouls. And if we missed one, Jowers is out. That is the 5th personal foul. 5 personal fouls on Jowers, and she is out. And, boy, they're going to miss her. 17 points Jowers fouls out with. 3:11 mark. And now you'll be able to see. You'll see Oak Hill foul a pretty good bit along the way. You may get some substitutions in there when they go to defense to try to neutralize the foul count on their starters. You may see some of these younger players come in and pick up some fouls just to try to keep Rosepine going to the free throw line. Looks like Rosepine will have to win it from there. Missed both ends. And now back the other way. Oak Hill's got it to 10. Trying to get it down below that. Cetus passes up the 3 opportunity. Working the ball inside. A lot of open shots out there, but trying to work the ball into their big center. 2:46 remaining in this one. Rosepine with a double-digit lead where they've spent most of the fourth quarter. Rivera going to the basket. She gets up there and extends it to 12, 42-30. Rivera has come in and just been solid. There's Ducey. She'll shoot a step-back 3, misses that. Cetus gets the rebound, but errant on this putback, and Rosepine comes out of there with it, and we'll call timeout. And I think that was just good heads-up play by Kelly Norris. 2:19, Rosepine won't say comfortable, but comfortably ahead in this one. There'll be no let-up in that Rosepine Lady Eagle team. They are very solid and have beat a number of really good teams this year. And, again, power rankings, which we hope are back up. They were down there for a little while, but great work by that group at Go Preps to get those power rankings up on a daily basis. Chuck, are you surviving over there, buddy?
I'm making it. You know, I get blessed with a cough over this last couple of days. And so just trying to nurse some of these cough drops and Mucinex, trying to get that thing broke free So my students starting Monday back at school don't have to hear all of that going on. But, if they do, they do.
That's right. Look, that's the reason that I've had his mic muted the whole time and not the barrage of dad jokes that are out there. Well, you get him and our normal cameraman from football on a run, and we're in trouble here. Back to action we go. Doug and Chuck Perkins bringing you girls basketball action on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Chilly out there, but it's supposed to. It is January. Happy 2024 to you. There's a near steal by Laney. 2:10 remaining. Rosepine leads by 12 and has the ball. Looking for their largest lead of the day, and it would be a dagger if they get a basket down on this. And, boy, there's Cetus with a good swat block, and it's going to stay here. A little elbow into the back of Christina Green, but she's not too bothered by that. Good games today by Jody Jowers. She's had a couple of real good defensive battles, but offensively today, there's a long-range three, and that's that dagger that we talked about. Norris has just been money today. Kelly Norris from the Rosepine Lady Eagles give them a 15-point lead. Over in the corner, Duce is going to have to keep threes going, and she gets that one to fall. Briley Duce with a couple of threes here in the fourth, down by 12. Good work by Christina Green, who was able to tap that ball away, still out of bounds against Oak Hill. Again, we'll be back to bringing you basketball action next week. Big week of it as we move into that MLK weekend next week. Saturday, Sunday, Monday from down at Southern. The Mini Dome in Southern is where that tournament will be played. Coach Dexter Washington puts that on from Hamilton Christian. That shot up and it's no good. And Cetus pushed down, much to the chagrin of the fans here in the house at Oak Hill. Duce's hit a couple of threes down the stretch. Really certainly a sense of urgency. Dyer tries to go to the basket, unable to get it to fall, gets the loose ball back. But an empty trip for Oak Hill once again. And 45 to go in this one, and a 10-second call. Great work. I don't think you mind that much if you're Rosepine because you were able to run off 10 seconds off the clock. 12-point lead, 42 seconds to go. It's going to take a lot of three-pointers and some onside kicks to get Oak Hill back in this one. They will not reach the 20-point plateau. Long-range shot bounces around and is no good. Rebound controlled out by Rosepine, and they've got to run out to Rivera. Foul by Green is going to send Rivera to the line, and going to name our Quibidos player of the game. It will be from the Rosepine Lady Eagles, senior guard number 10, Kelly Norris. Had 16 points on the day, but just always seemed to be around it. She led the scoring for the Rosepine Lady Eagles, but seemed to distribute the ball well. So we'll get a graphic put up with that young lady. But Kelly Norris is our Quibidos player of the game, and Rivera jumps right in. Rivera had a heck of a game herself. Shots just not falling for Oak Hill in this one. Dyer fires this one up, and true to form in this game, bounces around and is out of there. Just going to be one loss. Moved to 19-8 on the season, but again, just getting battle tested for this run at the playoffs. District starts right around the corner, and their district's just as tough as any that you'll find. 46-33 as time runs out of here. Rosepine Lady Eagles, 3 wins against no losses here versus Oak Hill as the young ladies shake hands following the game. And wherever you were watching this one, whether you went back and watched it or you watched it live, we certainly appreciate you spending time with us here. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will we'll have our wrap-up show. Don't go anywhere. The post-game show continues right after this.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. It's hot out there, and we want to cool you down with some great savings on your new AC unit. Right now, you could save on a new energy-saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Plus a 10-year parts and labor warranty. Just need a repair? We got you covered too, with $50 off any repair backed by a 2-year parts and labor warranty. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
Back to wrap things up for you. You see Rosepine with a 46-33 victory here, and we had read a lot and heard a lot about this Rosepine team, Chuck, and they certainly delivered in this one.
They absolutely do. You know, Rosepine Eagles have been very successful in many sports, and this is just one more that they can put a tick on their wall to take on a great Oak Hill team and to, you know, take control. They were behind 1 point going into half, but then just came out of half on fire. And, of course, the shooting woes for the Rams did not help them, but it did play into the hands of that Eagles team.
Oak Hill scored 17 in the first, 16 in the second. Rosepine had 16 in the first and 29 in the second.
Wow.
Ballooned that lead up to 10 at 1 point, finished with a 13-point lead in this one. Both of those teams really working on things to try to get to the district play that's coming around. Everybody's first goal is a district championship. Both of these teams will go into district play number one in their respective divisions, but that Oak Hill division sees Anacoco and Hicks and those teams in it, so it's going to be just as tough as you'll find on there. Still some work to do. We told you about that MLK battle that's coming up. They did their 2 games with East Bow and South Bow, but that trip down to Baton Rouge here coming up next weekend is going to be a big one.
Yes, it will be, and looking forward to that. Not quite certain how many games we're looking at.
612.
612, that's so right. That is
that's a lot of
quite a few games.
Indeed,
yeah.
Indeed it is.
And that's not minutes, that's we're talking about games.
There's a lot of games down there, not that many, but Coach Dexter Washington will have about 10 games a day on those 3 days. More of a round robin is what it is, but we hope to have that schedule up for you because we'll go down there and cover a good portion of that one while we're down there. Guys, that's going to wrap it up here. We're going to work on getting an interview with Alexis Dyer, the LSUA commit, the next week or so. We'll do that maybe from Baton Rouge next weekend.
That would be fun.
But we'll wrap this up. We know Coach Casey West has really got some words for her kids to get out there. Maybe didn't play with the intensity that she would have liked on this Saturday afternoon, especially against this Rosepine team. But you absolutely can attribute the play and the pace and the tempo of this to Coach Charles Kiley's Rosepine Lady Eagles as they brought it from the opening tip to the final buzzer.
Yep, they sure did.
That'll wrap things up here. Thank you for all of those that are watching. If you have just found us, we invite you to to hit that subscribe button over on YouTube, nearing that 2,000 subscriber mark. But wherever you are on this beautiful weekend, get out and get something done before the rain comes back in on Monday. It's a great night for it. Mardi Gras season is underway, so be careful if you're out there on the road. Guys, that's going to wrap it up for my man Chuck Perkins. I am Doug Gann. To all of you that watched and all of those that watched the replay on it, God bless you all.